A good guy with a gun did a lot more harm than good when he attempted to help a carjacking victim. Houston police responded to a shooting call around 11 p.m. back on Saturday at a Valero gas station on Jensen Drive at Reed Street in North Houston. Officials say two men jumped another man in the gas station parking lot and took the victim's Chevrolet pickup truck. Police say a witness then pulled out a gun and began shooting at the suspects, accidentally hitting the carjacking victim in the head. If only somebody had predicted that if a good guy with a gun began randomly firing, they could accidentally hit the wrong person. If only somebody on our network had said over and over that that was almost certainly going to be the outcome.
So the carjackers got away.
They got away.
The good guy with a gun
might have been hit.
Shot the victim. There's no indication that
in the head.
Hit. There's no blood. So I think they just got away. Shot the guy in the head. Mercifully, he's okay.
Yes, he's in stable condition.
Although we don't know he's okay. He's not going to die.
He got shot in the head. Yeah.
He was shot in the head.
That's going to leave a mark.
And but then at least the guy who shot the carjacking victim in the head, waited for the police to come and explained what he'd done. Attempted
to administer first aid. Right. Responsible gunner. Oh, no, that didn't actually happen. That was a great fantasy that we had there. No, police say that the witness who shot the suspects picked up the shell casings and left the scene.
Oh, that's a man.
He just picked up the shells, left. Police found the stolen pickup truck about a mile down the road. Still searching for the suspects.
Yeah.
So he not only shot the guy, God, I hope that he called an ambulance. We don't know for sure. Certainly, people in the gas station must have heard the shooting. There's video footage. They probably called for assistance instantly. And I understand that if you tried to help someone and you accidentally shot them, you're trying to do a good thing. I get that. And you would feel terrible. But the idea that you wouldn't help the guy, and not only that you wouldn't attempt to directly help him, or indirectly by calling an ambulance or the police or something, but that you would then gather up the evidence and leave. Cowardly running away from the scene. And this is in a gas station. And imagine in a fucking dark, packed movie theater.
And by the way, and obstructing justice. Police have to come find you now.
Yeah, they have to track down the guy. Now, there's video. Are we going to be able to find him? I don't know at this point. It's just amazing that someone could do that. Someone who has probably thought before, someday I have it in me to be a hero. I want to be a hero. And he legitimately tried to be a hero, but he did it in a way that is inherently reckless. That we've tried to point out that you do not get to just fire guns off randomly. And, it's just like it's going to be in the movies. It's not going to go past the suspects and hit somebody. It's not going to accidentally hit someone perhaps running by the scene. You can just be a hero. You can be Rambo, and nothing bad is going to happen. Except that bad stuff happens constantly. They shoot themselves. They accidentally shoot themselves in the penis. That happened over the weekend. Or attempting to defend their families in the home. They hear a sound and they shoot their son-in-law or their daughter. Or they leave their gun out even though they're responsible gun owners and their kids find it and shoot each other. And again, this is like an ideal place for this sort of situation to happen. It's a gas station. God help us if you hit the fuel tanks or something like that. But it's relatively open. If it was in a Walmart or if it was in a mall or if it was in a theater, almost certainly you would have had more people. Now, thankfully, this guy is still alive. He's in the hospital. He's in stable condition. His life has been, it's been changed forever, obviously. Hopefully they can track down the guy and get some sort of restitution. But this is what their fantasy looks like in the real world. They live it on the NRA websites and in their videos and in their magazines, and they talk about how they're big guys and they're going to be heroes. But this is what that heroism actually looks like, and it has a cost.
Yeah, it's just, and if you want more stories like this, they are on a daily basis. They're just not hard to find. This one is a particularly egregious example of the good guy with a gun story going horribly wrong.